Set, goal. Today I'm going to try to briefly review what Tops Now is, how the orders work, and then I'm going to break a Tops Now order that I had. My most recent that has come in is Lionel Messi with Kevin Sullivan. I'll go more into that here shortly. But what is Tops Now? So Tops Now is cards on demand. So basically an event will happen and Topps will decide that this event is worthy of making a card for it. And then people will order the card and then Topps will produce the card. So for example, the Tim Ream card that came out recently that I did a break on, they had about 200 cards ordered roughly. And then they also made extra serial numbers with that. So I think it was 216 cards that were made. So people ordered 216 cards. You can order just one. You could order 5 and get a slight discount. You can order 10 and get a slightly higher discount. You can order 20, and get a slightly higher than that discount. One card usually runs $8.99, I think, and then they ship it to you for free. If you order 10, then you pay closer to $7 or $8 a card. You get the biggest break at about $20. It gets the card cost down to about $4.50 or so. But you might end up with 20 cards. So basically, with Tim Ream, he scored a goal about 14 years ago in the MLS, and then he managed to make it into the Premier League. Played with Fulham. He was in the Premier League a really long time. 14 years later, he came back to Charlotte FC and scored a goal. So Topps said, man, that's a really cool card. Tim Ream is a U.S. men's national team player. He scored a goal, and then 14 years went by before he scored his next goal in Major League Soccer. That's worthy of making a card. It's a record with the longest time frame between two goals. So they printed out about 216 orders were made, and then they also have extra serial numbered cards that they throw in randomly, supposedly, into orders that are made. So there's cards serial numbered from 01 all the way up to 25, so 01, 02, 03, etc. Or they also had then 10s, so 01, 02, 03 up to 10. And then they had a 01/5, 02/5, etc. up to 5. And then a 1/1 or a 1 of 1. There's only one of those serial numbered. So those extra cards are thrown into the orders, supposedly at random, but there's plenty of conspiracy theories about how that works and how random it actually is. So as an example, I purchased 10 of those cards, about 216 were ordered, and then they had those parallels, the /25, /10, /5, and a 1 of 1. And on those cards, let me see, I'll grab a couple examples here. I got my 10 base cards, and then I also got a couple of parallels. So I broke these on the channel not long ago. Man, they don't come out well at all in the case, but you can see the serial number up there, and then it's purple here instead of gray. It's really the only difference is the serial number, and then you got a little purple color here instead of the gray. And then same thing with the red. I will quickly pull this guy out of the case. It might help a little bit. Yep, with the red here. Again, red, there we go, that's much better. Red right here, and then the serial number right here, 8 out of 10. So the order that I'm going to break today, for those of you that don't know, break means open. I'm going to open a pack that I ordered from Tops Now. Has over 5,000 printed, whereas that Tim Ream had about 200 printed. So that's the gist on what Tops Now is. So what am I going to break right now? I'm going to break a card that has Lionel Messi and Kevin Sullivan on it. Many of you know who Kevin Sullivan is. Many of you may not. Everybody knows who Messi is. Kevin Sullivan is the younger brother of Quinn Sullivan. Quinn Sullivan is a very good player, prospect. He's done a little bit of time with the U.S. men's national team, but he's expected to continue to improve and may become a foundational player for the USMNT at some point. His brother it's his younger brother, is currently looked at as basically a phenom. He recently played his first game in the MLS at 14 years old and became the youngest professional athlete in the United States ever. Um, so this card was created, I think this is Kevin's second card. He has a debut card that came out. Um, this was his second card. Basically, Inter Miami played against Philadelphia Union. At the end of the game, Kevin posed with Lionel Messi, and Topps thought, wow, this is a fantastic card. We're going to make this. Well, everybody else thought it was a pretty fantastic card too. They sold a little over 5,000 of these pre-orders, and then they also had parallels that they added into that. So in total, there's roughly around 5,200 cards. About 3% of those are parallels. The rest are just the base cards. I kind of tried to break down the math, and roughly I purchased 20 of these cards for around $100 with tax. And there's about a 50% chance that I end up with a parallel from this set. If I get a parallel, it's probably a win. If I don't, it's definitely a loss. The lower the number of the parallel, obviously, the better it is that it turns out. But as long as I don't blank, I've actually never made a Topps Now order where I got nothing as far as parallels go. Then as long as I get one, I'll consider it a win. I don't often buy non-Charlotte FC Topps Now cards. If I do blank, I want to have cards that I definitely want to have in my collection and share with other Charlotte collectors, etc. So it's rare that I'll buy into something else, but I found this card pretty interesting. I love the idea of it being pretty much Kevin's second card ever. I think the idea of being the youngest player ever is pretty cool. So I did buy into this one. I got 20 cards, and let's find out what happens. Ready, set, gold. So here is our card. I'm going to break this a little bit quicker this time. I did not count the cards here. I will say though, looking at the side, there is one that looks slightly different than the remainder. But I don't know if that means anything or not. So I didn't try to count these. Hopefully we've got more than 20. Let's see what we come up with. More than 20 means we got a parallel. If we got a parallel, we win, no matter which one it is. Here we go. So far, not so good. I'm not feeling great about this one. We might have blanked. Let's hope the end is good. Oh no. Nothing. How melodramatic. Let me count the cards to make sure. That's not good at all. Wah, wah, wah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes! I passed it. I wonder if you guys saw it the first time we went through it. Yes! All right. So, it is the worst parallel we could get, but I will take it. So odds were slightly in our favor to get one parallel, and one parallel is what we got. So 89 of 99, a pretty cool card. Let's see if I can't put this over my face here. Yeah, there you go. 89 of 99. This is a black parallel. It's got a little black down here. So, like, Tim Ream did not have this parallel because he didn't have enough of a print run. This print run was over 5,000. So, that card's probably worth, on the lowest end, I'd say 25 bucks. Realistically, if I were to sell it right now, and I probably will list it for something, it's probably worth 50, 60 bucks would be my guess. Yep, I didn't miss any others. So we end up with 21 cards, 20 base cards, some of which I've already pre-sold on eBay and I will ship those off shortly. And then we hit one parallel, which is our 21st card, 89 of 99. Pretty fun. Thanks for tuning in, and that will do it.